Good morning. I know I promised you a video yesterday on the French election, and you know what? I made that video and somehow I lost it. So I'm up so early this morning, I'm still in my pajamas. But I want to get this out there. And the other thing I want to read about is that Putin's best friend in Ukraine was arrested after he had been hiding in Kiev for days and days, 48 days, I think they said. And he tried to sneak out of the country in Ukrainian military uniform and, Ukrainian camo. And they caught him. And now they've got him in custody. I'll show you a picture of him. Poor guy. He looks so sad. This is Vladimir. They're all named Vladimir. No, that's Zelensky. This is, his name is Medvedchuk. Let's see, what's his first name? Victor Medvedchuk. Poor thing. He looks so sad. According to Zelensky, if you don the uniform, you're part of it. If you put on a military uniform, you're part of it. Well, so Zelensky offered Russia this guy in exchange for the Russian POW, the Ukrainian POWs that Russia was holding, and Russia declined, saying this guy has nothing to do with the operation in Ukraine. But apparently this is his best buddy over here in Ukraine. So then let's go back to the French election. Okay, so they have one. The primary was April 10th. There were 5 people running for president of France. Macron, Le Pen, Mélenchon, Zemmour, and Pécresse. So Macron is, Macron. Le Pen is far right, leader of the far right National Rally. She lost to Macron in 2017. So their elections are every 5 years. Okay, the person who came in third with 22. Okay, so Macron had 27.9%. Le Pen had 23.2% of the vote. Mélenchon had 22% of the vote. Zemmour had 7.1%, and Pécresse had 4.8%. Okay, again, Macron he's not a member of any particular major party. He beat Le Pen 5 years ago, like I said, in the election. And Le Pen is far right. Mélenchon is a socialist. Okay, now remember, he got 22% of the vote of the primary. Zemmour, with 7.1%, is a far right columnist who has been convicted. He's got convictions for inciting racial hatred. So the people that voted for Mélenchon aren't going to vote for anybody on the right. They're not going to. The people who voted for Mélenchon, the socialists, they're not going to vote for Le Pen. And Pécresse is also, she's center-right. But see, these 3 are out. Mélenchon, Zemmour, and Pécresse are out. So that's 22, that's, 29. That's about 35% of the vote. You have to have 50% of the vote to win. So now we're down to 2, Macron and Le Pen. I just think that the center-right party, they may vote for Le Pen, but that's only going to get her up to, if she got all the votes from Zamora and all the votes from Pocresi, that's only going to get her to like 35%. So now there may be people that don't vote, but it's still whoever gets 50% of the vote. My feeling is that the 22% of the people who voted for Mélenchon, the socialist, will vote for Macron. So let's read on it. Rider-Waite deck. I hope you guys don't mind me being in my pajamas. I really wanted to get this done first thing so I can get on with my day. Somebody asked me yesterday, I think I put it in the comments, what was my dog's name? My dog's name is Ruby. She's a chocolate phantom golden doodle, and she's 13 years old. I had her twin sister Lola until a year and a half ago, and she died unexpectedly. I found out that she had lung cancer. That happened right when I started my channel. So if you go back to my very first videos, it talks about that. My big black and white cat is 3, and his name is Finnegan, and he is a sweetheart. My Maine Coon kitten, her name is Frida, and she's the replacement for the cat from hell, Murphy, who used to attack everybody, who was vicious and aggressive and dangerous. She was attacking every woman that came in this house. But my husband loved her, and he wanted another one that looked just like her, so Frida is his cat, and we named her after my grandmother, who was awesome. So she's 8 months old. August, let's see, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. This is April, right? Yeah, she's 8 months old. Just a little over 8 months old. And she's little. For a Maine Coon, she's small. She's only 8 pounds, if that much. Murphy was easily 20 pounds. But I don't know. This cat's pretty small. And she was tiny when we got her. And I said something about it. I'm like, this cat is too small. What's up with that? Was she the youngest? Was she the last kitten born? Is she the runt? And the lady got real mad at me saying, that's not any way to call. I'm like, well, you know what? I asked 2 vets about it, and that was their terminology, was runt. You know, that she was the runt of the litter. We didn't save us any money, though, I'll tell you that. I mean, you don't get to pick the cats out. They, you know, pretty much decide if they're going to keep one to show or whatever. They keep the ones they want, and then whatever's left over, they'll let people buy. But she didn't cut us any slack on that price. Anyway, so let's talk about, okay, so the primary election was April 10th. The runoff election in France is April 24th. So this is the 15th, right? So 9 days. It's a Sunday. April 24th, they vote on a Sunday. See, that's what we should do. We should vote on a Saturday or a Sunday instead of a Tuesday, because people are, okay, first of all, it's illegal to not let your people off work to go vote. But, I mean, wouldn't it be easier to have people vote on a Saturday or Sunday so they could, you know, vote after church or vote when they're not working? More people would vote. And in Australia, voting is compulsory, so you must vote or there's a small fine. I think we should make voting compulsory here. You know, I mean, I know it's a free country and everything, but if you want to keep it free, you got to vote. So, speaking of voting, Spirit, will you tell us about the French election and is Macron going to... Let's read on Macron. I don't want to ask a yes or no question. Let's just read on Macron and see how he's going to do. How is Macron going to do in the election? Spirit, can you tell us about President Macron? We need to keep him in there. We need him in there because she's like Putin's buddy. Can we say the president? I think under this particular situation with Putin and the war in Ukraine, which is, the largest country in Europe, I think people are going to want to keep him. Spirit, can you tell us about the French election? Tell us about Macron. Spirit, can you tell us about Macron? Can't believe I'm in my pajamas. Oh well. Knight of Swords. Crossed by the Devil, reversed. Both of these are reversed. The basis of the reading is the King of Swords. Rearview mirror is, look, everything's reversed, is the Two of Cups. Crowning card is Temperance. Oh my God, look, everything is reversed. Temperance, Two of Swords. Judgment's reversed. The Lovers. The Empress is reversed. And the final outcome is the Three of Wands, and it's reversed. There's one upright card in this layout. Wow. The Knight of Swords. Wow. And look, I'll tell you what, you guys, look at all the major arcana cards here. The Devil, Temperance, Judgment, the Lovers, the Empress. This reading tells me that this is in the hands of the universe. And it doesn't look good for Macron. Not today, anyway. Jeez. This is the Knight of Swords is a deliberate cruelty person. And the Devil reversed, well, that might not be bad. This is actually, it could be indecision, but it can also be physical healing. The King of Swords reversed, well, this is corruption. And this is the two behind, the Two of Cups in the rearview mirror. This is a breakup. Temperance reversed, the crowning card is impatience. Competing interest. So there's a conflict of interest somewhere. This normal stalemate card is reversed. So that's a release. It's not a stalemate anymore. But this looks like a loss. This is a loss. Now there is a deal or some kind of contract, but the Empress is reversed in the hopes and fears. So this is war and destruction. Three of Wands is reversed. And this is like, watch out for people offering to help you because there might be treachery involved. I don't get it. Could it be some kind of corruption could cause her to win? Wow. We're going to stay on top of that. Okay, so now we're going to read on Putin's Medvedchuk. Medvedchuk. Hey, you guys know what? I'm trying to teach myself to moonwalk. Do any of you guys know how to moonwalk? I really want to learn. And I'm trying to do it. You're the only people. I haven't told my husband or anything because I want to surprise him. And I'm practicing. I mean, wouldn't it be fun to know how to moonwalk? I have a torn ACL in my right knee, so that makes it really difficult to and messes with my balance. So that is kind of hard, but anyway, that's just no big deal. I don't know why this AE-lock thing is on. No, I'm not touching anything. I probably erased them. Okay, Spirit, can you tell us about Victor Medvedchuk? How much wood would a Medvedchuk chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I don't know. Medvedchuk. Putin didn't want him back. Poor little old guy. Sitting there in his handcuffs. Oh. What's going to happen with Medvedchuk? How about Russians' flagship sinking? Ha! Bottom of the Black Sea. What can you tell us about Medvedchuk? He was on house arrest, and he had a cook and another person there with him in Kyiv, and he escaped, and he was headed down towards Moldova, and they caught him wearing Ukrainian fatigues. Coward. Why didn't he walk out of there in Russian fatigues? Because he's a coward. Tell us about Medvedchuk. What's going to happen to him? Spirit, can you tell us about Medvedchuk? What's going to happen to Medvedchuk? What's going to happen to Medvedchuk? Okay, let's look. Well, see, that's the spy card. It's reversed. Crossed by the Knight of Wands reversed. The Ten of Wands is the basis of the reading. Rearview mirror is the Magician, this black magic card. The High Priestess is, there's a bunch of secrets. That's the crowning card. Six of Swords, he's not going anywhere. Internal forces, Ten of Pentacles. External forces, the Empress. The hopes and fears is the Seven of Pentacles. And the final outcome is the Hierophant. So again, you guys, there's some big time cards here. High Priestess, the Magician, the Empress, the Hierophant. And almost all of these cards are, like 2 tens here. So the Knight of Wands crosses the Page of Swords. This is division and... Okay, so this is the spy card, but he got caught, okay, because it's reversed. And then this is division. The spy got caught, and he's carrying a heavy burden because he's got the Ten of Wands. And this back here, this is black magic because the Magician's reversed. And the High Priestess, this is hidden secrets. Secrets and hidden influences. So I would hang on to that guy because he knows stuff. The Six of Swords, he's not going anywhere. This is reversed. He's going to stay in the choppy water. The Ten of Pentacles reversed, he's lost his, okay, like this, it's, inheritance and legacy. Well, forget about it. His is loss of family honor. He's a poor risk. That's why Putin doesn't want him back. And here we've got the Empress, which is fertility and marriage, wealth, growth, luxury. This was his ego. And the Seven of Pentacles is hopes and fears, and this is a card of patience. This is planting your seeds and waiting for them to grow. So I wonder if he got caught on purpose. The final outcome is the Hierophant. So this, confirmation to society, a conformation. He's conforming, or his idea of law and society is the Russian idea of law and society, and he is behind that all the way. It's like a ritual and creed, and what he believes in is the Russian way. But he's in Zelensky's hands now. Now, we've got 10 more minutes. I want to read on all those people that are being held in Ukraine, because I heard that they are taking the children and adopting them out to Russian families. The Ukrainian children. Unbelievable. I mean, really? Spirit, can you tell us about adopting children out? Can you tell us about, I don't even know what to ask about this. The Ukrainian family's going to get their kids back after the war. I wonder how bad the situations are in the camps. Let's take a look at the camps. The camps in Russia. All right, let's look. Looking at, I asked to have some insights into the camps in Russia. So we got the Fool card, Five of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Two of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Seven of Cups reversed, the Nine of Swords reversed, the Page of Swords reversed, and final outcome is the Two of Wands. They're going to get some of them back. This is a new journey, a new adventure, a new journey. Doesn't necessarily have to be a good journey, but it also can be choices, and it's a caution in making the right choice. And it's crossed by the Five of Wands, and this can be play fighting, but in this case, I don't think it is. It's a lot of competition. Sometimes this card can even refer to sports, okay, but not in this particular case. And I don't know. I wouldn't want to be that guy. So they're holding them all. Below we have the Apprentice card, the Eight of Pentacles. This is a card of patience, but it's also a card of commission to come, of learning a trade, that kind of thing. So, rearview mirror, we've got the Hermit. So these people feel like they're alone, but they're not alone. They're getting silent counsels. They're counseling each other. They're holding each other up. But it could also mean a possible journey. And, I just hope they aren't taken to, like, Siberia or somewhere. Some kind of deal is going to be made, though. Some of these people are going to get out, but not all of them. This is the Sorrow card. The Seven of Cups is the Seven of Cups is in the id, or the subconscious mind. And this is, these people are determined. They're determined. I mean, this isn't this where it's, castles in the air and illusions, delusions. This is determination and will. And the Nine of Swords is reversed in the external forces. It's still imprisonment when it's reversed. But the Spy card is also reversed in the hopes and fears. So this is something, being unprepared. Could be bad news. Well, legal issues. Maybe an unforeseen event. Maybe it could also be illness when it's reversed like this. I mean, COVID could be going through those camps like wildfire. Final outcome. Two of Wands is, look at this red cloud in the background here. It's domination, riches, fortune. Waiting. Making choices. Twos are always about making choices. One or the other. But this ray looks like it's swimming to shore. I don't like these cards. And I don't like this alone card back here. This is the imprisonment card. I mean, this unforeseen event, the possible illness when it's reversed, that part scares me. Because of COVID. Who's the Nazi here? Who's the Nazi? Putin. Let's just look at. We got 2 minutes. Let's look real quick about how mad Putin is about his flagship sinking, okay? Can you tell us? Flagship Moscow. Not that I know the name in Russian. It's going to take forever to upload because I'm going to go over 30 minutes. Can you tell us about how Putin feels about his ship sinking in the Black Sea? Tell us about how Putin feels about that ship. Tomorrow, I want to read on that general. How about that ship? I already cut him. I like to have you guys watch me cut. Well, Seven of Pentacles again. Queen of Swords. The Eight of Swords below. The Nine of Swords behind. The Ace of... See, a lot of swords are information, but it's also fighting. There's the Five of Cups. The Sorrow card again. Temperance. Page of Cups. Judgment. And final outcome. Oh, this is going to cost him the victory because it's reversed. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles again. We just had that. He's worried about money. And we've got this cold, logical, which is Putin because it's reversed. It's like narrow-minded and bigoted and intolerant and like cold, rigid logic. Unkindness. He's pissed. Eight of Swords, this is release and movement of affairs because it's unstuck because it's reversed. And the Nine of this is imprisonment because the Nine of Swords is reversed. Yeah, it's imprisoned on the bottom of the ocean. The Ace of Swords is the crowning card, and it's reversed too. And this is disaster, tyranny. It's too much power can lead to bad stuff. He has too much power. That leads to obstacles, and it leads to disaster, and it leads to tyranny. The people are probably going to rise up eventually. I agree with so many of these other readers that say the people are going to take him down. And look, guys, near future, again, it's the sorrow card. This is loss. This is despair. The Temperance, this is the patience card in the subconscious conscious mind. Page of Cups, this is fulfillment by the Spirit. But look what's under the water. This card stands for abundance, love, joy, fulfillment in all things. But in this particular reading, it also looks like there's going to be stuff washing up on the beach. The Judgment card is the Hopes and Fears card, and it's reversed. This is weakness, loss, health, bad health. It's fear of death and fear of failure to find happiness when you're old, because it's reversed. So that's the hopes and fears. And his hopes and fears are bad news. And this is why, because the Six of Wands, the Victory card, is reversed. So this is like, this ship going down, this is how he feels now. He is so afraid he's going to lose this war. And more than likely, he is going to lose this war. And forever, he will be a pariah. Now, Milo was talking about the courtyard at the Kremlin, and that, you guys, when Russia loses a war, there is a regime change. And the person who is in charge usually gets, what do you call that? Firing squad. Couldn't happen to a better guy, I'm just saying. All right, I gotta go. Got to get this uploaded. Got to get dressed. I gotta go to my booth. I got a whole bunch of stuff sold, and my car's loaded with stuff to put in there. So, gots to run. Peace, love. I'm trying to learn these signs. Peace, love. Hit the like. Bye.